कि I lost connection.
It's okay.
Yeah. So we are talking
I
about
thought
this.
you were talking and I. Okay.
नहीं. So these are multiple choice questions. इसमें क्या होता है ना, आपके पास एक मेन क्वेश्चन आती है, जैसे यहाँ पे लिखा है bodies worms main concern. तो ये वाली जो क्वेश्चन है, पहले तो उसका मतलब आपको समझना है, ठीक है, और उसके बाद ना आपको इम्पोर्टेंट वाले वर्ड्स जो यहाँ पे है यहाँ से निकालना है. इम्पोर्टेंट bodies worm मेन कंसर्न. शायद उन्होंने बहुत सारे कंसर्न्स के बारे में बोला होगा, बट मेन कंसर्न क्या है, मेन उनका चैलेंज क्या है, मेन डाउट क्या है, उसके बारे में बोलना है, ठीक है. और फिर आपको क्या करना है ना, यू हैव टू वर्क ऑन एवरी ऑप्शन, जिसको हम बोलते हैं प्रोसेस ऑफ एलिमिनेशन. सो पिकिंग अप द फर्स्ट ऑप्शन, ठीक है, looking for these words, and wherever you are getting these words, you are reading that portion and completely matching the meaning. अगर मीनिंग आपका मैच हो जाता है तो वही आपका आंसर होगा, ठीक है. तो यू हैव टू लुक थ्रू एवरी ऑप्शन, हर एक ऑप्शन को पढ़ना है, एंड दिस इज नोन एज प्रोसेस ऑफ एलिमिनेशन. सो वी आर एलिमिनेटिंग द बेटर ऑप्शंस टू फाइंड आउट द बेस्ट वन. ओके, सो लेट्स स्टार्ट विद द फर्स्ट वन. तो इसमें क्या होता है ना कि व्हेन यू आर वर्किंग ऑन एवरी पैरा, जैसे हमने हर एक पैरा को पढ़ लिया है, उसकी ग्लोबल अंडरस्टैंडिंग हमारी हो गई है, तो अब जाके सॉल्व करने में बड़ी इजी होगी. व्हाई आई विल टेल यू, बिकॉज यू नो कि हर पैरा में क्या है, तो कहाँ पे क्या हो सकता है आपको एक आइडिया है ना. तो जब ये बोरिस वर्म्स मेन कंसर्न की बात करता है, तो आपके दिमाग में होगा कि हाँ, यहाँ पे हमने बोरिस वर्म के बारे में पढ़ा था. These are the two paras, or this is the one para. Is that clear? तो इस हिसाब से. So boris worms main concern. So पहले तो let us go back and see boris worm कहाँ पे बात कर रहा है. Main concern. This is one para जहाँ पे worm बात कर रहा है, but यहाँ पे ना वो challenge की बात नहीं कर रहा है, ठीक है. वो बोल रहा है कि कैसे how the damage can be reversed. So which is the para that it's talking about the challenge? Yeah, यहाँ पे it is talking about the challenge, right? है ना? That you know they are declining in number and all that. This is one thing. और दूसरा, और एक worm कहाँ पे बात कर रहा है? Boris worm.
यहाँ पर starting.
वहाँ पे भी. Right. See, he says main concern, more serious
point.
Yes, that the way. So ये आपको आंसर मिल जाएगा, ठीक है. Yeah. So probably this is the part of the para that we have to search for. So we look through each of the options. So take a screenshot of the questions, Mars. Take a screenshot.
Done.
Okay, great. So now we look through the options. The first one, marine ecosystems will completely break down. They'll completely break down. Have they mentioned somewhere that they'll completely break down? Let's see. Yeah, see, यहाँ पे उन्होंने बोला है that the way in which we manage the oceans is not only threatening
the survival of individual species,
collapse of entire
ecosystem. Yes.
So this can be our answer, but still then we have to look to the other options to be sure. Okay, so
insufficient attention is being paid to fish number. No.
नहीं, ये तो नहीं है. In fact, sufficient attention is paid.
Yes.
Okay, so this part
will no longer be. Yeah.
There will no longer be enough
seafood for people to eat. This is nothing. It's mentioned.
No, this is not the main concern. This is one of the concerns, but this is not worm's main concern. So यहाँ पे ये गलत है. Politicians will be unwilling to discuss marine resources. This is out of scope. ये है ही नहीं. कहीं पे भी नहीं दिया. This is not. It's completely out of scope. So see, ऐसा नहीं कि पूरी ऑप्शन गलत हो जाती है. कभी-कभी part of the option भी गलत हो जाता है ना? So that is something that you have to understand. So there is no hard and fast rule that always the entire option or entire choice is wrong. The meaning is completely not matching. नहीं, कभी-कभी ऐसा भी होता है that a part is not matching. ठीक है? एक part है जो कि match नहीं हो रहा है. Yeah. Okay.
What point does John Shepherd make?
Yeah, what point does John Shepherd make? So देखना पड़ेगा John Shepherd का कहाँ पे उन्होंने mention करा है. So in which para? Let's see. John Shepherd. ये हमेशा sequence में रहती है. तो John Shepherd. I think it should be somewhere. John Shepherd. John Shepherd. Yeah,
Yes.
see last parameter. So we seem to have understood the value of protecting ecosystems in areas such as the Australian Great that we consider to be particularly beautiful. So and so human nature will always draw us towards those species. Right. Marine conservation areas are not high on the list of visitor attractions. They are not even talking about visitor attractions.
Visitor.
So this part is not right. So we will leave this part. Okay, people know very little about how different species actually live. इसके बारे में तो जॉन शेपर्ड ने बोला ही नहीं
बोला.
Right. So this is one thing.
I think C1. C. Answer is C.
Public are much less likely to help unattractive creatures. नहीं. Help unattractive. Public की बात हो रही है. यहाँ पे तो public की बात हो ही नहीं रही है ना. They are talking about the conservationists. Okay. The marine environment was better understood in the past, not this. This should be the answer. A should be the answer. A is the answer. You know why? Because अगर आप देखोगे, see, it says marine conservation areas are not high
on the list of visitor
attractions. और इसी वजह से conservationists, they are not doing much to save them. Yes. देखो यहाँ पे एक बहुत clear textual evidence उन्होंने दिया है. See, has mentioned very clearly. He has said that human nature will always draw us towards those species or habitat that more जो beauty human nature draw होता है. Right. तो यहाँ नहीं. That's why there will always be support for protecting pandas and very little for worms. Yes. है ना? Yeah, क्योंकि worms are not physically, I mean, they are not that attractive. है ना? So that's good. Okay, 37th one. Which of the following best summarizes the text as a whole? So this is a global question asking you for the central idea of the entire passage. You know, what is the idea? What is the whole idea of the entire passage? So we've already read the whole passage. We have an understanding of each of the paras. So आप मुझे बताओ. पहला, scientist disagrees about the state of the world's oceans. No, they are not disagreeing. कहीं पे भी they are not disagreeing. In fact, almost all the scientists are saying that there's a lot of environmental concern. I mean, there's a lot of imminent danger, collapse, and everything. सब कुछ हो रहा है. The situation is worsening day by day. है ना? So we are removing this. Okay. The next. Also, C is no. C also cut. What about B? A radical review of marine resource management is needed. Yes. Yes. A radical review. Yes. Marine resource management की ज़रूरत है, right? Instead of focusing only on the stocks and the quotas, we have to focus and preserve them. We have to do something more for them, right? This could be. Okay, the fishing industry is mainly responsible for today's problems. This is not a summary. This is not the summary, right? I mean, definitely fishing industry is mainly responsible, but then this is a part. The entire passage is not talking about only the factors, right? So this cannot be the answer. The natural systems of our seas will not be able to repair themselves. Nahi. They have mentioned it very clearly that it can be. Okay. So the answer has to be B. Clear? B. Okay. So this is how you have to work on multiple choice questions. All right. हमेशा याद रहे multiple choice questions में process of elimination हम लोग use करते हैं, POE का इस्तेमाल करते हैं, जहाँ पे हम लोग एक question को उठाते हैं और उसका जो main मुद्दा है वो समझते हैं. उसका मेन मुद्दा उसकी जो मेन मुद्दा है वो उसको समझते हैं. हम लोग ये भी समझते हैं कि उसके most important words क्या है उस particular question में, that will help you in locating the answer. And then we work through each of the option. हर option को pick up करते हैं and we try to find out कि इस वाली option के साथ जो passage में या para में है उसकी idea completely match होती है या नहीं. Okay. Fine. Moving on to the last set of question, that is basically summarizing question. इसको हम summarizing question बोलते हैं. One word. Yes. तो इसका जो है ना, इसमें उन्होंने आपको clearly बोल ही दिया कि देखो one word ही use करना है. So this is the first instruction that you have to abide by. Always remember, ऐसे जो fill in the blanks types of questions आते हैं, वो summary में आ जाए, वो table में आ जाए, वो form में, diagram में आ जाए, जहाँ पे भी आ जाए, the first thing that you have to do is to abide by the instruction. That is something which is very important. All right. So if you look at this, one word only, यहाँ पे उन्होंने बोला है one word only, जिसका मतलब ये है that you can only give
only one word.
Exactly, you can only give one word. Now this is one thing. Second thing, the best part how it becomes very easy to work on these kind of questions is क्योंकि आपके पास ना ये heading है, the vacancy, तो आपको ना ज्यादा मशक्कत नहीं करनी पड़ेगी to find out कि ये कहाँ पे होगा, ठीक है. With the help of this heading you should be able to find out, है ना. वेडेंसी के बारे में कौन सी वाली पैरा में उन्होंने बात करी है? See, this is the para they have talked, right? This is the para. Whatever is asked in this summary will be from this para. Yes or no? Did you get that, Mars?
Yes, yes.
So take a snapshot of this. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now go to the summarizing questions. These are the summarizing questions. Okay. And now take 5 minutes and work on them. Try to fill up these blanks. एक sentence को पढ़ो, उसका मुद्दा निकालो और फिर go back to that particular para and see कि meaning किसका match होता है. वही word यहाँ पे आएगा. The word that you're putting in after plugging that in the blank, it has to give a complete meaning. ठीक है? Okay, fine. And remember the blanks are connected. They are connected. Okay. So sequence में आएगा हमेशा उस बारे में. Done, Mars?
First one is glaciers.
Okay, let's see. The Wadden Sea was created when the sea rose as a consequence of blanks slowly contracting. So it is, what is the idea? The idea is that the sea levels,
Contracting, slowly contracting, it's shrinking.
No, yeah, the sea levels were rising and it happened because of something which was contracting. So consequence of, right? So if we go back to the para, we'll see it says that, yeah, it says, see, it says shrinking glaciers and the resulting, which means because of shrinking glaciers, there were higher water levels. So consequence of, so higher water levels means the sea was rising, and consequence of glaciers contracting or glaciers shrinking. Clear? Yeah. So the answer has to be
What?
yes. Okay. All right.
What is the answer?
Glaciers.
Glaciers. Okay, correct.
The waters were full of different species of marine creatures, and there were large numbers of blank living on the wetlands along the shore. So let's see. Some organism was living along the wetland, in the wetland along the shores. So
Birds.
We'll see. Okay, high level of biodiversity. Yeah, salt marshes, right? Salt marshes and mud flats on the coast supported millions of birds.
Yeah,
So
of
are you
course.
seeing different language? They are writing in a different language, right? Salt marshes,
Yes.
flats, supported. So that is the reason I say that if you just look for the words, you'll not be able to find out, or you'll not be able to answer. You always have to read that portion and combine, compare the complete meanings, or you always have to compare the complete ideas. Is that clear?
Hmm.
Right. Okay. Great. So
answer is birds, right?
yes, the answer is birds. Okay, then see, now I'll tell you one thing. Most of the times what happens is that since there is no blank here, you tend not to overlook that. You don't read it, but you have to read it. Even in a summary question, even if there is no blank in a particular sentence, and also you have to read it because it is connected. The ideas are connected. Is that clear? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, so at the same time, there has been an increase in some nutrients in the Wadden Sea, which can also destroy marine creatures and vegetation by depriving them of blank, which is essential for their survival, right? So depriving them of blank, which is essential for their survival. Clear? Okay. So essential for their survival, deprived of something that is essential for their survival. So where do you get that? Which should be the answer for this? Let's go to the, yeah, it says at the same time there has been an increase in some nutrients which can destroy nutrients, increase in nutrients that can destroy marine creatures and vegetation by depriving them of something. So there is something which the vegetation and the marine creatures are deprived because of increase in some nutrients, right? So what is that something which is essential for survival? So let's see. Okay, research has shown that some of the larger creatures disappeared. Okay,
There is more.
populations of most of the other mammals and fish were severely reduced, leading to. But where is that something that they are deprived of?
Down.
Yeah, here. See.
That's why.
Yes, see, nutrients such as nitrogen and phosphorus
Nitrogen, phosphorus contain human and
promote the growth of tiny phytoplankton.
this
This over enrichment
over-enrichment
can ultimately lead to the through oxygen.
collapse of starvation.
So the answer has to be oxygen.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
because see, it's saying this over enrichment. So there are some nutrients which are increasing. Nitrogen, phosphorus, the levels of nitrogen and phosphorus are increasing, right? There are certain nutrients, which are increasing, and then, they are basically starved of oxygen because of this increase in levels of nitrogen and phosphorus. These are starved of oxygen, right?
That's why I didn't get the answer of before.
Yeah. See, there is no hard and fast rule that it will always be in one paragraph. It is in sequence.
Yes.
It might be scattered. So that is the reason I told you that, you have to be, that is why having an understanding of every para is very important, even before you start working on the passage. Even before you start working on the passage, it is very important to work on the paras. That helps a lot. ओके, इनफैक्ट मैं आपको और एक स्ट्रैटेजी बता सकती हूँ। ये वाली जो पैसेज थी और ये जो 3 डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ क्वेश्चंस है ना, इसमें आप क्या कर सकते हो ना, व्हेन यू वर वर्किंग ऑन द पैसेज, साइड बाय साइड आप सारे क्वेश्चन सॉल्व कर सकते हो एक साथ, तो टाइम भी बहुत कम लगेगा। जैसे कि सी व्हेन यू हैड लिस्ट ऑफ हेडिंग क्वेश्चंस, वी वर डूइंग इट विद एवरी पैरा, वी वर रीडिंग एवरी पैरा, वी वर वर्किंग ऑन एवरी हेडिंग। अभी वो करते करते अगर हम यहाँ पे मल्टीपल चॉइस देखें तो ये भी हम कर सकते थे, क्योंकि दिस वाज देयर इन द सेकंड पैरा,
Yes.
दिस वाज देयर आई थिंक समवेयर इन द लास्ट पैरा। तो
Yes.
जब
Last
ये हो जाता और ये भी हो जाता आफ्टर वर्किंग ऑन द ऑल द पैरास टुगेदर, राइट। एंड एट द सेम टाइम जब हम वो थर्ड वाली पैरा कर रहे थे ना, वार्डन सी वाली पैरा, जब वो
ये
कर
भी
रहे
कर सकते हैं,
थे,
करेक्ट।
तो may not be with all the types of questions, may not be with all the passages for this, but so हमेशा याद रखें कि this whole idea of working on the entire passage and working on the different types of questions, you know, there is always a scope and room to do them together if you are sharp enough to apply the strategy. Most of the times, you know, students बोलते हैं कि मैम पूरा पैसेज पढ़ना है तो बहुत टाइम लग जाता है। नहीं, स्पीड रीडिंग करनी है, बहुत फास्ट करनी है, पहले 5 से 7 मिनट में कंप्लीट कर देना है। और क्वेश्चंस को भी देखना है कि ऐसे बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन टाइप्स होंगे, जैसे यहाँ पे था 10-15 मिनट का काम है, 15 मिनट में सारे सवाल भी सॉल्व हो जाते हैं और पूरी पैसेज की भी रीडिंग हो जाती है, स्पीड रीडिंग, है ना। सो दैट्स हाउ यू हैव टू do it. Students who are aspiring for very good scores, very high scores, if you are looking out for very high scores, ठीक है, इन रीडिंग मुझे 40 on 40 चाहिए, तो ये सारे खाली स्ट्रैटेजी जानने से नहीं होगा, दैट यू नो दिस इज द स्ट्रैटेजी टू वर्क ऑन समराइजिंग क्वेश्चन, दिस इज द स्ट्रैटेजी टू वर्क ऑन मल्टीपल चॉइस, ऐसे स्किमिंग करी जाती है, ऐसे स्कैनिंग करी जाती है। नो, यू ऑल्सो हैव टू नो कि कौन सी वाली क्वेश्चन है जिसको पहले अटेम्प्ट करनी चाहिए, या ऐसा कोई क्वेश्चन टाइप है जिसको हम पैसेज के साथ कर सकते हैं, तो पैसेज भी हो जाती है और क्वेश्चन टाइप भी सॉल्व हो जाते हैं, तो टाइम भी बहुत कम लग जाता है। इज दैट क्लियर?
Yes.
ठीक है।